vlogging. I promised Amber a meal.
Yeah.
She better force herself to like it.
Hey, you gave me a whole meal right now.
Beefless ground beef.
What, eat first or support first?
I feel like this was like your gateway drug.
Yeah, I got made fun of a lot for grabbing this too. That's the pantry.
But first of all, I want to say this. So we've been on a cleanse. Now, I shouldn't say the W word. You've been on a cleanse.
Yes.
I've just not been eating meat. So for the past month, we have not been indulging in any like burgers or pork or ribs, fish, and fish is a big deal for you. But I feel like after 4 days of being on this cleanse, Jared was like, it's been 2 months since we've eaten meat. I'm like, bro, it's been like a day. And then everything you blamed in the fact that you weren't eating meat. You got a mosquito bite. Like, look, I'm getting bits because I'm not eating meat right now.
Not necessarily, but if I was breaking out or if I had like a mood swing or if like, you know what I'm saying, I was extra emotional, I blamed it on the meat because I feel like that had played a part, you know. My entire life, I ate meat 3 times a day, every meal. Sometimes multiple meats in one sitting.
So this was a thing for you.
This was a detox.
That's
all
what I was
the
saying
way.
for me. Like, it was kind of, I'm somebody who could go vegetarian and I don't cook a lot of meat. And I was saying to you, like, prior to me cooking a lot of food for you, I rarely cooked with meats. Like, I make a lot of vegetarian-based dishes. But if I go out, I definitely enjoy a burger. If I go out, you know what I mean, I definitely enjoy some McDonald's on the go. So that kind of, for me, was a transition. But I will admit that I didn't think it would matter to me that I cut out meat for the month. It did.
It's hard.
It is hard.
Especially being American. I mean, I don't know what it's like in Canada, but out here, meat is a big deal. Meat is a big deal. So much of a big deal that it's killing our planet.
Yeah. For 40 days, we decided to abstain from meat. So we were completely, actually kind of vegan, except, you know, we had eggs.
Yeah, every now and then. But we didn't eat any dairy.
No cheese. No ice cream. And this was a big thing for you because not only did you do the 40-day no meat thing, you also added a cleanse on top of that.
Yeah, so, you know, I had a 12-day cleanse, herbal cleanse, and that shit was so hard. Like, all I could really eat was almonds and berries and, you know, cauliflower. I ate so much damn cauliflower in that time frame. It is ridiculous. But what I will say is that I lost 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. You know, for me, my weight never really fluctuated that much. So
10 pounds is a lot because he watched himself back on the last video that we did and he was like, I look weird, like I look this. I'm like, you look skinny, like you're not used to seeing yourself so skinny.
yeah, I mean, it was a hard thing to do, but what it proved to me was, 1, it's possible, and 2, I'm okay. I still feel full. You know, even though I'm not eating meat, but at the end of every meal, I felt complete. Which I used to think it wouldn't feel like that.
Yeah.
I used to think that I would feel full or still hungry or not satisfied. But, I mean, it was good.
Some of the meat replacements shocked the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Like the beefless beef from Trader Joe's is actually better than ground beef to me. It's like, that was delicious. Even tofu, like you didn't really mess with tofu before.
Nah.
And now you're like, oh, like I'm on the tofu train. Like,
Yeah,
it's delicious.
tofu is cool.
Yeah.
If it's done right. You could really mess up tofu, because have you ate tofu by itself?
It tastes like nothing.
But the texture of it.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
I kind of like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like the texture of it. So, but you know, if the tofu's done right, it's good.
Yeah. It's definitely hard because at the end of the day, not only is it about cooking at home, but you work at a restaurant.
Oh, that's rough.
So you're serving steak all day. You're serving chicken all day. And you're not even allowed to just be like, just send me one. Like, just I'm gonna take this one, make the next one for the customer.
And that's usually what I used to do. You know, but discipline was hard, man. And what I did was I let everyone know, like, hey, I'm not eating meat, so don't even offer it to me. And if I try to eat it, tell me not to do it. So I had like accountability all over the board. And so like it got to the point where even the kitchen wouldn't even serve me meat.
Yeah.
They were like, nah.
I told you though, because I went to Jamaica on an all-inclusive trip.
You ate meat.
They brought out the oxtail for lunch one day. It was good.
I'm not judging you.
Yeah.
I'm not judging you. Not everyone can do it.
I could do it. Don't
I'm
say
just
that.
saying, not everyone
Don't
can
say
do it.
that.
I'm just saying, not everyone can do it.
I could do it. That's just a very that's like going to Germany and not having a German sausage.
I hear you.
It's
I
a
hear
thing.
you. Yeah, not everyone can do it. It's
I
hard.
can do it.
I believe in you, but not everyone can do it. It's okay. It's all right. You know. But I still haven't eaten meat yet.
Yeah.
Still, even and the fast is over. It's been about 2 days.
Today's a big day.
We're gonna eat meat.
Yeah.
This is true.
I'm making Jared his favorite meal today. And I was saying to him, like, we don't have to do this. I feel like a part of you doesn't want to do it.
No, I do.
I feel like there's a part of you that's like, nah, like I'm gonna keep going.
No, I do. I don't. Here's my take on being vegetarian or being vegan. I feel like, you know, it is good to eat meat in very low dosage. So if you eat meat once a week or once a month, you're all good. But eating meat every single day, every meal, is not healthy. It can't be.
Not just for yourself, but also for the planet.
Exactly. Not just for yourself and for the planet. And also on top of that, it's just unnecessary. We don't need that much. Not even to stay alive. We don't need that much food, you know? And I feel like if everyone took the action of not going vegetarian or not going vegan, because that's a little extreme for me, you know, other people might be able to do that, but I feel like if we just ate meat once a week as a united whole species, I think that would do the planet a lot of good.
There's a great documentary on Netflix, which I can't remember the name of it, you guys probably watched it, that talked about if people just lessen their meat consumption by 1 meal per day, like the astronomical effects it would have on the planet.
That's
like, because they
crazy.
tell people shit like, oh, make sure you don't shower too long, or only flush you're taking a shit, don't flush when you pee. They're like, in comparison to how much you could conserve just by cutting out 1 meal, meat meal per day, like, it's so stupid that we even push that. But the lobbyists of the meat markets will never tell you that.
Oh, hell no. I
Because
mean,
it's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
they are killing with the capitalism, and they're also killing in the water. Like,
It is. It's
too
crazy.
much.
So why? Did you do it for the planet? Did you do it to lose weight so you could be sexy and get a modeling contract? Why did you do it?
There's a couple reasons why I did it. This year, I've been doing a lot of things that I've never done before. So, what does that mean?
I was making a sexual innuendo.
Oh, get out of here. This year, I'm doing a lot of things that I've never done before, and I've never not eaten meat. Even further than that, I've never done a diet. I've never done anything where I had to monitor my eating habits, and it was just kind of life changing, I guess, to show that I could do this, and then I kind of parlayed it into other things. And I did do it to lose weight, you know. I did do it to like get a little healthier.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see how I felt, basically.
And this is actually a big thing to say as well too, because a lot of your eating habits prior were based on money.
Yeah.
Like what you could afford.
Yeah.
And now you're at a place now where you could afford to eat whatever you want.
Yeah.
But you chose to still limit it.
I chose to eat the healthier route, you know.
Which does that cost more money?
It does. It does. I'm not gonna lie. It costs a lot of money, and it costs a lot of time and a lot of effort, and a lot of making the longer route, cooking your own food, you know, going to the grocery store rather than going to eating out. Because even going to like a restaurant is not the healthiest choice, which is crazy to me. Because they use a lot of oil, they cook things in big batches, they use a lot of salt, a lot of butters, all that stuff. So it's not necessarily healthier than actually going and getting your own food.
Was that news to you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, this is totally different. Like it didn't dawn on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never thought about how to eat. I never thought about what's the healthiest route to eat. So this was a good experience for me, I think.
I think like I come from a track and field background, and so food has always been my enemy. Like from the time I was 8 years old, I hit puberty around like 13, 14. I gain and lose weight very, very fast. So if I eat crazy 3 days in a row, I will put on 6 pounds. And so for that reason, my food was always super heavily monitored. I remember when I was 15 years old, I was like competing at like a national level, and my coach was stretching me out, and he was like, you have all this cellulite here. And then he was like, what are you eating? And then he was like, you cannot have cheese anymore, you can't do this. And so I remember being in college in Baltimore, and if we were caught eating like some kind of sugary food or dessert in the food court area, they would make us do push-ups in front of everybody.
I would just suggest, if anybody's battling weight, just try to cut out meat for a month and just see how you feel. Because what that's gonna do is gonna force you to choose the salad. It's gonna force you to choose the vegetables. It's gonna force you to choose things that are more healthier for you. And then after the 40 days, you're gonna realize it's not that hard. Mm-hmm. And then after the 40 days, even if you do introduce meat back into your diet, you're gonna still be able to figure out, okay, I ate meat yesterday and I ate a big, meal that's not too healthy for me. So today I'm going to choose the kale salad. You know what I mean? So it's just, give and take.
What's your family history with eating?
I mean,
with food?
We have everything: diabetes, heart disease. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's the norm, I would say that my Native American side is better off than my black side. Like my grandma on my black side, died from heart failure. She was in the gym all the time. That story still doesn't really make sense to me. I don't really know what happened there.
Yeah.
So I should probably go investigate that.
The hard thing with a lot of communities that are economically struggling is that their cultural foods are based on scraps. Like, for example, in West Indian culture, like chicken feet is like a thing, or even oxtail. Yeah. Like, it's the end of the line of the meats. Yeah. It's like the low quality meats because it's all you could afford. And so a lot of soul food, for example, is based on that, like heavy fat, heavy oil, not the best choice of meat. It's not like the chicken breast or like the leaner sides. It's the fattier, less desirable parts of the animal that they're buying for cheap and then, eating and serving a large family. So they're making it in big quantities. And because you may not get those big meals that often, that's why soul food meals are supposed to be really hearty and filling. So when you could get heavy and fat foods, you had to ingest them. And then secondly, for people who live in the wilds, or if you're out there in nature and you're grabbing and cultivating your own food, sugary foods are very rarely poisonous. So when your body ingests something that's sugary, it says, oh my God, this is healthy, this is good, eat more of this. And you eat something that's bitter, there's a chance it could be poisonous. So your body is like a bit leery of that.
Trying to like get it out of you, not want you to eat it.
It's not encouraging you to eat it. So sugars and heavy and fat foods were biologically built to consume in large quantities because of the fact that, less than 200 years ago, somebody who did do that would have a higher chance of survival. But now that our society has advanced so much, so fast, so fast, it's up to the individual to make a choice that's greater than what their desires are. Fast foods put antidepressants in their foods that when you do eat them, you feel relaxed. And you associate McDonald's with that feeling of like surrender. So I kind of use McDonald's as a drug.
I haven't eaten McDonald's. I'm not going back to that.
No?
No.
At all?
No.
No fast food?
Not right now. Maybe later. Like when you made those tacos with was it beefless beef?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's beefless beef, imitation sour cream, and then the almond milk cheese.
I was telling actually Trails about that.
Yeah.
I was like, because they were trying to figure out what vegan cheese to use, and I was like, guys, there's this cheese at Trader Joe's that tastes just like cheese, man. They could be lying to us, but it tastes just like cheese. And then I had this eggnog that was not dairy.
Yeah.
They gonna find themselves in some trouble with that. Because I love eggnog. And now that I know I can drink that without eating dairy. And then the ice cream, the coconut ice cream. Come on, man.
That's the thing that they're saying as well, too, is like a lot of these documentaries that come out, they say, you're not giving up. It's really hard to say to somebody, give up the thing that you love.
I think we should go down to once a week.
Yeah.
I think everyone should go down to once a week. And it's a hard thing to grasp, but if I was president, I would just raise the prices of meat.
Yeah. Okay, so let us know what your journey with food has been. Have you challenged yourself on something? Have you sacrificed something? Have you come to a personal discovery? What do you do to get to your best self? And maybe we'll get some tips in there for us, because Jerry seems to think that what I'm doing is totally wrong.
No, that's
Even though
not.
I'm not the one who complains about my body.
Wow.
Just saying.
Wow.
All right, guys.
Wow. Really? Wow.